Good morning, everyone. It's time to go on the record.
I'm not looking to blame anybody, okay? I just want to make the tea work for the population that needs it to work.
Governor Charlie Baker talking softly about the MBTA, but will he carry a big stick when it comes to follow through on a transit fix?
Saying that decisions for Boston and for the Commonwealth shouldn't be made behind closed doors.
As some House leaders cool to a 2024 Olympics, a leader of the opposition sits down with us today. Chris Dempsey is here. And
Hillary Clinton 2016. Is she ready? Is America ready?
From WCPB Boston, the inside word from Washington to Beacon Hill. Today's newsmakers are going on the record.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ed Harding, along with Janet Wu, our political reporter at News Center 5 here. Thank you for joining us on OTR. It's been a bit of a rocky stretch for organizers trying to bring their Summer Olympic Games to Boston. So our guest this morning is Chris Dempsey, the co-chair of No Boston Olympics, management consultant, a former Massachusetts Assistant Secretary of Transportation. He was once policy director for Congressman Joe Kennedy III. Dempsey holds an MBA from Harvard Business School. He grew up in Brookline, where he still lives, and he's celebrating what would you just say? Your 10th?
10-year reunion coming up in a couple
college
weeks.
reunion coming up in a couple weeks. My, how time flies.
Should be fun.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
So here's the ultimate softball question. Is John Fish, who is the chairman of Boston 2024, is he turning out to be your biggest asset?
Well, look, we don't think that the problem with Boston 2024 is the marketing or the messaging. We think the problem is the product. The more people learn about the bid, the less they like it. And that's because it's a bid that was hatched behind closed doors with no public input, no public process, and those decisions were made without the input of the community.
Are there changes now, though? You know what I mean? If there's going to be a vote, the landscape is altering, right?
Well, certainly with the agreement from Boston 2024, the flip-flop that they now support a vote, we like to think that the community will have more involved and they'll have to be more responsive. But the fact is that they're still making decisions with this closed, tight-knit group. They're not really getting input from the community and showing that they're changing.
Well, and as you know, money is the lifeblood of politics. And it seems like you have a lot moving in your direction about the Olympics, but one of the things you're missing, is money.
Well, they have a $75 million budget.
They have a $75 million budget.
You do not.
And how are you doing?
Not. We have spent on this campaign, on this effort, less than the $7,500 that former Governor Patrick was going to be compensated for one day in his time as a lobbyist for Boston 2024. We are the definition of a grassroots organization. We're all volunteer. We have no employees, no consultants. This is about people coming together and saying the Olympics are not the right priority for Massachusetts.
But are you going to try to raise money? Are you out there searching for dollars actively?
Our average contribution size is about $100. We have not made a full push to raise more money. Certainly, we would like to have more resources.
How much do you have in the bank right now?
We haven't released that yet, but it's orders of magnitude smaller than what Boston 2024 has raised.
There are unnamed sources claiming the USOC is talking to LA and San Francisco, just sort of to cover their bases, since Boston doesn't, in the event that Boston doesn't come through. Do you believe denials from Boston 2024 that this isn't true?
Well, I think that the USOC significantly underestimated the people of Massachusetts. They thought that they could ram this down our throats and that we would just accept it as a good idea because, hey, it's the Olympics. But as people learn more about this bid and they see what it could mean for their communities, and in particular that taxpayers are required to guarantee the games and pay for the cost overruns, people are saying, you know what, this is not in our best interest.
Have you had communication with the USOC?
We've met them at an event. They introduced themselves. We have sat down with Boston 2024 to try to talk with them. We disagree with them fundamentally on this issue. We think we'd be better off pulling the bid tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that we can't sit down and talk about some of the reasons why we oppose the bid.
So you would suggest that USOC go talk to LA and San Francisco or Chicago or whatever, starting right now?
That's their own decision, but we think that they've underestimated the people of Massachusetts and whether they really want these games.
So you believe that the sentiment is, the poll numbers seem to be at the moment sitting in your favor, but it's a long time between now and a potential voting day, and a lot can happen between now and a potential voting day.
That's right, and they have significant resources to bring to bear here. Again, they can apply that $75 million budget to try to convince the people of Massachusetts that this is a good idea. Fundamentally, though, it requires a taxpayer guarantee. That's going to be a hard hurdle to get over.
To go back to our original question, as you know, referendum questions too often are all about money. It's about advertising. It's about getting your word out there. It's about field organization. All of it costs big dollars. If it gets to the point where there is definitely a referendum, are you prepared to raise that money? Because it doesn't sound like you've been doing it so far.
We think we'll have the resources we need to win this debate, but absolutely it will be a continued challenge for us. Again, our average donation size is about $100. Boston 2024's average contribution size is $140,000. People are realizing that the Olympics is really big business.
I'm not downsizing the taxpayer guarantee, but other than that, what's the primary reason why the Olympics shouldn't be here?
Well, we think that it's a real distraction from other core priorities. We saw a winter here where we couldn't even get people to work on a day-to-day basis.
Summer games in September.
We don't want our attention focused on a 3-week event in the summer of 2024 when we have these pressing issues, whether it's healthcare, whether it's education, basic transportation. Those things are a lot less glittery than the Olympics, but they're far more important to the people here.
But you know they have said that it would spark the conversation that needs to be done, that the business community has been pushing for a very long time, to talk about transportation, infrastructure changes, things that have been very slow to move, and the Olympics would at least start that conversation, and even if it didn't come here, at least the planning would be underway. What's wrong with that?
We need to have that conversation, but the problem is that Boston 2024 does not support new revenue for the MBTA. They don't want to grow the pie of resources. They just want to cut a bigger slice for their own games and their own project, leaving the rest of us who are trying to get to work on the T worse off.
In fact, Congressman Keating sat in this very seat last week and said the money for the T is already there, there's no more. So
That's right.
The money for the T is already in line. All right, you ready for the OTR pop quiz?
I don't think anyone's ever ready, but let's give it a shot.
All right, since you have been urging a ballot question go before the voters in the Boston Olympics, OTR is going to put your initiative knowledge to the test. You ready? Question 1. In November 2014, 4 statewide ballot questions were before voters. In Massachusetts, what is the average number of statewide referenda on a general election ballot? And I'll give you some choices. 4, 6, or 8. Back in November 2014, there were 4 on the statewide ballot.
I think 8 is too high, and so it's between 4 and 6, but I'll go with 4.
You go with 4, and you win.
All right.
You win. Good choice. In the last 25 years, what percentage of ballot questions have been approved by Bay State voters? And again, I'll give you a range. Was it 25%, a quarter? Was it 34%, a third? Or was it 54%, over half?
You know, I think it was over half. Let's go with 54%.
My goodness, I don't know if you're guessing or what, but you're 2 for 2, but so far you have a gold medal.
All right.
But I'm not sure you want a gold medal. No. We continue on the record. Stay with us.